Today's agenda about my presentation is first of all, what was a good thing targeting Japan for CAITO project. Secondly, I will talk about activities we have done in the market. And thirdly, feedbacks from travel trade and media and consumers. And finally, nutshell of the project. What was good, what was bad. And these four are main contents of my presentation today. As you know, first of all, Japan is a very mature market. I know Chinese market is coming, but the Chinese market is like a newborn big baby. And the Japanese market is like a beautiful middle-aged lady. This is different. And therefore, Japanese people are ready to accept any cultural things. This is a strong point of the Japanese market. Secondly, everybody thinks Japan is a very small country, but if I duplicated the map of Japan over Europe, you see Japan is covering from Germany to Spain. It's a big country, and in population-wise, we are number 10 country all over the world after Russia. Therefore, Japanese market is not small market. This is other good thing. And third thing is Japanese market is still growing, but very healthy way, like 5%, 6%, 8%, every year it's growing. It's a very healthy market. And finally, these are market trend going on at the moment. Maybe Japan is not exception. It's from group traveling to individual traveling, and further, nowadays we have like solo traveling very much. Approximately 20% out of whole Japanese traveler are solo travelers. And also, like just ordinary sightseeing to purpose-led programs. They have a very clear things they would like to see, they would like to experience. And third thing is Japanese people was very famous as destination hoppers. But nowadays, they are gradually changing to fewer destinations and even mono destination. And finally, Japanese travel trade finally started to open eyes on sustainable tourism nowadays. And these things are very beneficial for CAITO project. So, what kind of activities we have done in the Japanese market? First of all, we made several printed materials. And the left-hand side, you see quite new product manual. And on top of that, we have UNESCO heritage and the sauna brochure and general information and the food brochures. We have quite many brochures in Japanese, and which is quite appreciated by Japanese travelers and Japanese travel trade. And unfortunately, still, Japanese people appreciate this kind of printed material. It's changing slowly, but not like in Europe. Therefore, to have this kind of print material is very important. And also, we have press trip and farm trip. And we organized seminar in Japan. Sorry, this was a bit old one, spring this year. And last weekend, on Friday, we had another seminar in Tokyo, Latvian embassy. And the difference is huge. At the beginning of this project, we had a very hard time to inviting people. But this time, all the seats are filled in 2 days. It's completely different reaction from the market. And Inguna introduced, we participated in quite many tourism fairs tourism event, and this is a tourism expo organized in Osaka between 24th and 27th of October. Also, we have been doing a Facebook page. It's not growing like this, but in very healthy way. The number of the likers and number of the followers are growing, and it's quite effective marketing for especially young generations. And also we have Instagram. Instagram is mainly for young people, and this is also quite a good marketing method. Then we issued newsletter to travel trade and the press people. Yes. And we made this kind of a roll-up banner for our event. Finally, we made a consumer survey. I will present the result of the consumer survey later, but it was an internet survey, and 154 people answered to our questionnaire. Okay, they are activities we have done. All of them are very ordinary. Not special one. It's very groundwork, and it's really we needed these kind of basic activities, but not tricky one, not vivid one. But finally, the result we got is from farm trip. We have several products, and this is the result. Maybe you can see later. And this is a group tour to Kihino Island, but this was not materialized. And this kind of things is also learning for us. For instance, next one. This is composed of two parts, and the left-hand side is group products, and the right-hand side is FIT, individual travelers. And the result is group was not materialized, and but they successfully got 100 packs individual tourists. And nowadays we have this kind of thematic products. This is focusing on the Christmas market in Tallinn and Lohja in Finland. We have this kind of specific product nowadays. Then last year we had a survey interview with Japanese travel trade, and this is a message from them. They know our products are very potential, but sometimes they face difficulties to sell it, especially who are dealing with group travelers. This is a main message from them. Okay, then media. As a result of press trip, we have media coverage like this. Actually, this page is including 100 pages. It's huge article. And like this. And also this is a ladies magazine called Rinnel, and this is quite popular ladies magazine in Japan. And this is quite special result from press trip. And we invited two drone pilots, and they made this kind of video for us. One is a shorter one, 2 minutes. One is longer one, 10 minutes. I don't have time to show it to you, but we had this kind of things. But the final message is last week we had a seminar, and we got the 2-3 proposals from press people. One is very popular TV program. They would like to shoot sauna in Finland and Estonia. And second one is one publication company proposed one new booklet telling about like rural products. And the booklet is 144 pages. And it will be published next year. And therefore, also in media, we have quite successful. Then, consumer survey, very roughly, almost all of the answers are ladies. And as you know, our products are for ladies. And this is quite good news. And more than 80% of the answers, they are very interested in our products. They are willing to come to us and try to experience rural products. And these are the experience they would like to experience, like nature and the local food and the cottage stay and sauna, silence, farm stay. They are quite good for us. And most of the things we can cover with our products. And this is the accommodation. Cottage is very popular, and also farm stay, and like that. Okay. For this presentation, I review all the activities. I read out all the report I made. And one thing I noticed different from other EU project is this project is really good at listening to the market. This is quite different things. This is feedbacks from farm trip for travel trade. And this is feedback from a press trip. And this is feedback for our new brochures. And even we had we got the feedback for our Facebook page and Instagram. And I haven't seen this kind of feedbacks in other projects. And this is a kind of nutshell and secret why we were successful in this project. And finally, like this, always after activity, we made a follow-up and try to get feedbacks from them. And not only getting feedback, we try to share with our partners. And twice a year, we have a training session and also steering group meeting. We try to sharing and take all the comments seriously. And finally, try to utilize such kind of feedbacks for next action. Yes. This is a kind of what we had done during CAITO project. Oh, yes. I could manage 43 slides in 20 minutes. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Noto, for this fascinating presentation.